Welcome back to Best Futuristic Gadgets. Brilliant doesn't always mean complicated. Sometimes it's a lamp that creates optical illusions so convincing your brain refuses to accept what your eyes are telling it. Sometimes it's a patch on your chest that detects burnout weeks before your body breaks down. And sometimes it's a smart item manager that knows exactly where everything you own is at all times. 10 inventions that redefine what brilliant actually looks like. None of them obvious, all of them extraordinary. Number 1. Your eyes are about to argue with your brain, and your brain is going to lose. The MEZMOGLOW optical illusion spinning lamp creates three-dimensional visual effects so convincing that people stop mid-conversation to stare at it and figure out what they're actually looking at. The lamp uses precisely layered acrylic panels with strategically placed LED illumination to create the perception of movement, depth, and dimension that physically isn't there. The effect is persistent. Even when you know it's an illusion, your visual cortex continues to interpret the depth and motion as real. That's not a trick. That's engineering working directly against how human perception processes visual information. The spinning mechanism creates smooth, continuous animation that shifts the perceived geometry of the light in real time. Different viewing angles produce different illusion effects, making the lamp interactive simply by where you stand relative to it. Multiple color modes, adjustable speed, remote controlled, and a design elegant enough that it functions as premium decorative lighting even when you're not in the mood to have your visual cortex challenged. A lamp that lights your room is ordinary. A lamp that makes your room question reality, that's MEZMOGLOW. Number 2. Smart speakers sacrificed soul for convenience. The MorningBlues Record R1 refused that trade. This is a smart speaker designed around the aesthetic and emotional experience of vinyl, a form factor that evokes the warmth of record player culture while delivering modern wireless audio, smart assistant integration, and sound quality that matches the intention of the design. The R1's audio engineering is serious, a speaker tuned for the warm, full-range sound signature that vinyl listeners specifically seek, delivered from a wireless platform that doesn't require a turntable, a needle, or a crate of records to achieve it. Smart connectivity handles streaming from every major platform, touch and voice controls keep the interaction intuitive, and the design, the genuine headline, is a physical object beautiful enough to become the focal point of whatever room it occupies. Most smart speakers are invisible by design. The MorningBlues Record R1 is impossible to miss and sounds as good as it looks. Number 3. Full-size humanoid robots have been impressive in controlled environments for years. The MagicBot X1 is impressive in the environments that actually matter. This is Magic Lab's all-new full-size humanoid, a platform built around real-world capability rather than demonstration performance. The X1 moves through uneven surfaces, dynamic obstacles, and real-world physical variability without the recalibration pauses that make earlier robots feel brittle in genuine use. The locomotion system handles uneven surfaces, dynamic obstacles, and real-world physical variability without the recalibration pauses that make earlier robots feel brittle in genuine use. The manipulation system provides the dexterity to handle objects meaningfully, not pick and place from a fixed position, but actual task execution across varied scenarios. Onboard AI processes its environment continuously, building understanding rather than executing scripts. Humanoid robots have been arriving at the threshold of usefulness for years. The MagicBot X1 stepped through it. Number 4. You'll lose things. Everyone does. Keys, wallet, glasses, remotes, the same items, the same places, the same 10 minutes of your day wasted searching. The iFINDER ends that permanently. This is a smart item management system, a network of compact tags that attach to everything you own, and a platform that tracks, locates, and manages your entire inventory of tagged items from a single app. The system goes beyond the single item tracker model. iFINDER manages categories, builds location history, and learns the patterns of where items typically end up. So the app doesn't just tell you where your keys are right now, it tells you where they usually are when you lose them, which is often the more useful information. Item check before leaving, the app confirms every tagged essential is within range before you close the door. Separation alerts fire the moment a tagged item leaves your vicinity. And the Community Find network means tagged items can be located even when they're outside your personal Bluetooth range. Losing things used to be a personality flaw you lived with. The iFINDER made it an infrastructure problem with a solution. Number 5. Hands-free intelligence sounds like a feature. In the HUAWEI AI glasses, it's the entire product philosophy. These are smart glasses designed around one promise: AI that integrates so naturally into daily life that wearing them feels like an enhancement of who you already are rather than a device you're managing. Open-ear directional speakers deliver audio, calls, music, AI responses, with HUAWEI's audio engineering's quality behind every output. Directional enough that only you hear what's being delivered, clear enough that what you hear is worth listening to. The AI assistant handles voice commands with the contextual depth of a system embedded in HUAWEI's ecosystem. Your schedule, your contacts, your preferences, all informing responses that feel relevant rather than generic. Premium frame design in optical and sunglasses configurations, call quality reinforced by AI noise suppression, and a wearability that lasts all day because the device was designed around the duration of actual use rather than the duration of a product demonstration. Hands-free, all day. Every feature working as intended. That's what HUAWEI built and what the AI glasses deliver. Number 6. Burnout doesn't announce itself. It builds, quietly, measurably, invisibly, until the day it isn't invisible anymore. The Egg HRV Patch sees it building, weeks before you do. This is a wearable HRV patch that adheres to your chest and monitors your heart rate variability continuously. The most sensitive, non-invasive nervous system stress, recovery capacity, and cumulative burnout risk available from a consumer device. Direct cardiac monitoring from the chest provides the signal quality that wrist-based approximations can't match. Cleaner data, more accurate HRV calculation, and trend analysis that actually reflects what your nervous system is doing rather than what a wrist sensor estimates it might be doing. The AI analysis tracks your HRV trajectory over days and weeks, identifying the degradation pattern that precedes burnout before the subjective experience of exhaustion arrives. Daily scores, recovery status, personalized guidance calibrated to your specific physiological response patterns. Your nervous system has been sending warning signals. The Egg HRV patch is the first device fluent in that language. Number 7. Razer has never entered a category without intending to win it. Project Motoko is Razer entering AR, and the intent is obvious from the first look. These are AI-powered smart glasses from a brand that built its entire identity on hardware that performs for people who won't accept less. The Motoko frames carry a heads-up display system that overlays information, AI responses, and augmented content into your natural field of vision without the bulk of a headset and without the limitations of every previous AR attempt. The AI integration is Razer-grade, fast response, high accuracy, and built for users who notice when technology underperforms. Voice activation, contextual information about what you're looking at, real-time translation and navigation delivered through the display without breaking your field of view. The design is unmistakably Razer, aggressive, premium, and built with materials that signal seriousness before you know what the product does. These look like eyewear Razer would sell at a flagship event, because that's exactly what they are. Razer entered audio, gaming peripherals, mobile, streaming. They won most of them. Project Motoko is AR, and the intent hasn't changed. Number 8. Your food goes bad, quietly, predictably, expensively. The Jetro is the system that changes that equation dramatically. This is a smart food freshness system using controlled atmosphere technology, managing the precise combination of temperature, humidity, and air composition inside its storage environment to slow the biological processes that cause food to decay. The result isn't marginal improvement. It's the difference between produce lasting 3 days and lasting a week, leftovers staying fresh for 5 days instead of 2. A change significant enough that it genuinely shifts how you shop, how much you waste, and how much you spend replacing food that went bad before you used it. The companion app tracks what's stored, monitors freshness levels, and alerts you before anything approaches its limit, so food gets used before it's wasted, rather than discovered after it's gone. Different optimal conditions for different food types, detected and maintained automatically. No manual settings, no daily checks required. Food waste is expensive and avoidable. Jetro made it avoiding it automatic. Number 9. Voice recorders record. The iFLYTEK P1 understands. This is an AI recorder that captures audio and simultaneously transcribes, translates, summarizes, and organizes everything it hears in real time, completely automatically, before you've left the room it happened in. The speech recognition engine handles multiple speakers, heavy accents, background noise, and rapid conversation with the accuracy that makes manual transcription feel like an unnecessary use of anyone's time or attention. Speaker identification knows who said what, multi-language translation runs live, session summaries extract the key points and action items and present them in a structured format that's immediately useful rather than a wall of text to work through later. Recording was always the easy part. The P1 handles everything that used to come after it, automatically, every single time. Number 10. Meetings where voices blur together, transcripts that can't identify speakers, recordings that capture everything and understand nothing. The Insta360 Wave redefines what happens after a meeting ends. 360-degree microphone array captures every voice in the room with equal clarity. AI speaker identification separates individuals in real time, so the transcript knows exactly who said what. Active noise cancellation strips everything that isn't a human voice, keyboards, HVAC, traffic outside, leaving audio so clean it sounds like a studio recording of a conversation rather than a conference room captured by a single mic. Real-time transcription, AI meeting summaries, automatic action item extraction, everything searchable and shareable before the last person has left. Outbound audio is exceptional. Your voice arrives at the other end sounding present and professional regardless of your physical environment. Meetings have always produced information. The Insta360 Wave is what makes sure none of it gets lost. Thanks for watching Best Futuristic Gadgets. Subscribe and stay upgraded.